there's not for them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. What you leave behind you when you go. That farmer left to harvest on acres, faith in love for growing things in his young son's heart. And that teacher left her wisdom in the mind of a lot of children. Best to give them all a better start. Preacher whispered, can't you see the promised land? As he lay his bloodstained Bible and that other's hand. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not for them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. What you leave behind you when you go. That's the story that our preacher told last Sunday, as he held that bloodstained Bible up for all of us to see. Was the farmer, the teacher, and that preacher who gave this Bible to my mama, who read it to me. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not for them, now I guess we know. I guess that's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. So what you leave behind you when you go. There are 3 wooden crosses. There are 3 wooden crosses. There are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Thank you so much for being here. I am Joe Wolking with Joe Wolking Music. It's truly an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to be with you all tonight. This next song was written by, I think, to be one of the finest musical lyricists, musical poets of our generation, possibly in all history. I personally love this song more than, it's hard to say how much this song means to me. It's just got such a point, such a story behind it. And I would never presume to tell anyone else how to believe. I only can believe what I believe. Try to put it in practice every day. One of the lessons the Lord's teaching me. So it's okay to be assertive and to want to reach farther than I can grasp. Sometimes the best thing for me is that which He's already, and who that He's already placed in my life. So this is about stuff that works, written by the great guy Clark. I got an old blue shirt, it fits me just fine. But like how it feels, I wear it all the time. My own guitar, it rarely stays in tune. I like how it sounds in the dark and empty room. My own boots, they always fit just right. I can work all day, come home and dance all night. My own car, she runs just like a top. I got a feeling it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, is the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, is the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. My best friend, she's seen me at my worst. She don't know if I'm a blessing or a curse, but she always shows up when the chips are down. She's the kind of friend I need to keep around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, is the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, it's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. The woman I love, she reflects the grace of God. She's got a sense of justice she won't take odds. There's a tattoo with her name right through my soul. I think everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that moves, stuff that holds up, is the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, is the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, is the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. It's the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Thank you, Stephanie Willis, for the great band. This next song also means something to me, but kind of in a different way. There are very few relationships in our lives that are as important, unique, or irritating as siblings. And my brothers are two people in my life, two men in my life, that I know if I was down to my last dollar, 2,000 miles away, completely destitute with a car that didn't have an engine, transmission, or a whole frame, and was completely broken down, my brothers would do everything they can, drop exactly what they had going on exactly at that moment to come help me. But they are the only two men in my life that I can say that sometimes I want to kill them, but I will kill for them all the time. I also like to send this out to our national, international, regional, local, city, and county law enforcement. My heart, my prayers, my love, and my thanks go out to all of you who serve, whether you're the military, law enforcement, the police, first responder, corrections, firefighters, paramedics. Thank you for all you do for us. Part of the reason why I like this song so much is that it is a very good picture of the conflicts that small town law enforcement has a tendency to get into. You know, if you're an officer in a large city, in a large county, you might work with somebody you know 1 week, personally, and then you might not see him again for a long, long time because you're working in a small area. But if you're working in a small town or a small county, you can end up having Thanksgiving dinner 2 weeks later or 2 weeks before with the same guy that you just had to arrest for public intoxication. That would be a challenging dynamic, to say the least. So the song is coming from the perspective of a police officer, but also a brother who was caught in between those two worlds. The world behind the badge, it's where they uphold the laws, and the world of a sibling who has a history with his brother and would lay down his life for that brother. This is written by a gentleman named Bruce Springsteen. It's called The Hell with Detroit. My name's Joe Roberts. I work for the state. Sergeant under Parent Bill, barracks number 8. Always done an honest job, always honest as I could. I had a brother named Frankie ain't no good. Ever since we was young kids, this is how it all go down. I get a call on the shortwave, brothers in trouble downtown. If it was any other man, I'd lock him up straight away. Sometimes when it's your brother, you look the other way. Me and Frankie laughing and living, nothing feels better than blood on blood. Taking turns dancing with Maria's the band they night of the Johnstown flood. I kept him on the straightaway as any brother would. Man turns his back on his family, he just ain't no good. Frankie joined the army back in 1965. I got a farm to front, I settled down with Maria for my bride. Prices kept on dropping till it was like we was getting robbed. Frank came home in 68, me I took this job. Me and Frankie laughing and living, nothing was better than blood on blood. Taking turns dancing with Maria's the band played night of the Johnstown flood. I kept him on straight away as any brother would. Man turns his back on his family, he just ain't no good. Well, the night was like any other. I got a call about 9:15. There was trouble at that roadhouse out on the county line. Boy, lying on the floor looking bad, he's bleeding hard from his head. The girl at the table was Frank, she said. I went out, I jumped in my car, and then I hit the lights. I must have gone 110 out of Michigan County. Oh, that night I knew I'd catch him way up on Swallow Bank. I saw no car race sign, driverless rank. I pulled over when I saw a sign that said the border's 5 miles from here. I pulled over, watched his headlights disappear. Me and Frankie laughing and laughing, nothing feels better than blood on blood. Taking turns dancing with Maria's the band played night of the Johnstown flood. I kept him on straight away as any brother would. Man turns his back on his family, he just ain't no good. Me, Frankie, laughing and living, nothing feels better than blood on blood. Taking turns dancing with Maria as the band played night of the Johnstown flood. I kept him on straight away, oh, as any brother would. Man turns his back on his family, he just ain't no good. Man turns his back on his family, he just ain't no good. Give me just 1 minute, guys. Somebody else out there. As most of you, or all of you know, if you followed the Wolking brothers, the Wolking family, or sons and brothers throughout the past 25 years, my specialty really is F5 mandolin, specifically in the Monroe style, the Monroe traditions. This next piece for you is a piece out of the great Bill Monroe's repertoire. But I had a deeper, more solemn reason for selecting it tonight. Think about 2.5 weeks ago, we all became much more intimately aware of how precious and fragile life can be. So this is for Charlie Kirk. The poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through this wearisome land. There is no sickness, troubles, or danger to that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my father. He said he'd meet me when I come. I am just going over Jordan. I am just going over. No dark clouds will gather over me. I know my path is rough and steep, but beautiful things lie out before me. The weary angels, the vigils keep. I'm going there to see my Savior. He shed for me His precious blood. I am just going over Jordan. I am just going over home. I am just going over home. world that torn my soul, I'll be healed and I'll be whole. The sun and moon will be replaced with the light of Jesus' face. And I will not be ashamed, for my Savior knows my name. It don't matter where He buried me, I'll be home and I'll be free. It don't matter where I lay, all my tears be washed away, all my tears be washed away. Gold and silver blind the eyes, and for every riches life. Come and eat from heaven's store, come and drink, you'll thirst no more. So weep not for me, my friends, when my time below does end. For my life belongs to Him, He will raise the dead again. It don't matter where He buried me, I'll be home and I'll be free. It don't matter where I lay, all my tears be washed away, all my tears be washed away. It don't matter where He buried me, I'll be home and I'll be free. It don't matter where I lay, all my tears be washed away. Thank you. Switch back to my dreadnought guitar for you. You know, my journey with music started about 25 years ago when I desperately wanted to learn to play the fiddle. And that will be later in the show. But there's been a song in my soul since the beginning. And I have to admit that I don't know if there's ever been anybody, the biggest supporter, I think, of my music, wanting me to pursue what I was meant to do. Some of us know what we're supposed to do. We have an innate ability to do something and we use it for the glory of God. Others of us have to be good at something along the way. And even though I drive a bus in Colorado Springs for a living, I drive a paratransit bus, so I like to think of it that I get to be the literal hands and feet of Jesus in the lives of the elderly and the disabled, people that can need some extra love and need to know that God loves them just as they are, not as they should be, because none of us are as we should be. Even though I developed a skill for good bus driving and good customer service, I was created to play music. And second only to my dad, who has supported my love for music his whole life and my whole life. My next big supporter is my best friend in this entire world. That's my beautiful wife, Rebecca. It's always been a song in my soul. For about 5 years, I had a random bouquet of flowers delivered to our workplace. You can only give a beautiful angel so many flowers and so much jewelry before there's not much more left to say. So I gave her this song. And oh, Rebecca, won't you dance for a while? 1, 2, 3, 1 across the kitchen tile. Give me your heart, I'll do my part, and we'll waltz to a lover's rhyme. We'll dance till we run out of time. It's been 15 years since our story began. We've seen life's ocean, down drifting sand, with the gray sun in our arms and the Grandpa Frank smile. Together we'll walk very hard now. But oh, Rebecca, won't you dance for a while? 1, 2, 3, 1 across the kitchen tile. Give me your heart, I'll do my part, and we'll waltz to a lover's rhyme. We'll dance till we run out of time. Grayson is young and growing so fast. Make faith our sail, and may Christ be the mast. Life is the wind, so let's sail every league. Weep in my shoulder when you feel the fatigue. But oh, Rebecca, won't you dance for a while? 1, 2, 3, 1 across the kitchen tile. Give me your heart, I'll do my part, and we'll waltz to a lover's rhyme. We'll dance till we run out of time. Our babies are young, our little loves are here. Hold them until our troubles disappear. I will love you all, my love's here to stay. So let's treasure these years before time slips away. Let's treasure these years before our time slips away. But oh, Rebecca, won't you dance for a while? 1, 2, 3, 1 across the kitchen tile. Give me your heart, I'll do my part. Oh, we'll waltz to a lover's rhyme. We'll dance till we run out of time. But oh, Rebecca, won't you dance for a while? 1, 2, 3, 1 across the kitchen tile. Give me your heart, I'll do my part, and we'll waltz to a lover's rhyme. And we'll dance until we run out of time. Bear with me as I switch to my phone here. So this fiddle I've got with me has got kind of an interesting story behind it. This one was made in about 1798, and it was made in France. And I know I fail to understand, and I'm sure many of us do, just how much of our culture and how much of our ancestors' culture and their heritage immigrated with them when they came from the Scottish, British, and English Isles. So, for instance, after the Battle of Culloden, which I believe was in 1715, somewhere thereabouts, it became a crime punishable by death to play the outlawed bagpipes. It became a crime punishable by death to wear a kilt in the open or a basket-hilt sword in the open. After the British victory, they knew that though they had defeated the Highlanders, they had to conquer the spirit, which they were never able to do. But they knew that they really had to remain in control. They could risk yet another rebellion. So after the Battle of Culloden, which essentially became the beginning of the end of the clans, and the age of the Highlanders as we knew it, our ancestors immigrated here. And though many of them could not bring their pipes to whisper the songs of the souls of home, they used what they did have to pay homage to those forgotten times and those forgotten ghosts. And as an example, they took fiddles and tuned them in specific ways to recreate the drones of the pipes. This fiddle I have here is cross-tuned in a specific tuning, so it's not in a standard fiddle tuning, but it is used specifically to create those ancient tones of generations long gone by in the spirit of a people that can never be conquered. Thank you. And yet, alas and alack, the time has come for my last piece to bid thee all farewell. Back in 2023, as fate or destiny so should have it, I like to give the Lord the credit. I was offered as a solo artist a record deal by one of the most prominent independent labels in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you. And not knowing what the good Lord had in store for me and for my music outside of Sons and Brothers, I said yes, because I certainly wasn't going to say no. And before too long, this song is going to release as one of my first radio singles to go international to the country, national and international, but specifically to the country, Americana, and country rock charts. I always think it's a pretty good song to close out with, especially for someone who plays music. And we always come back. I did this show last year for you guys, and for Miss Kathy, thank you for having me. Did it again this year, and I know that I will pass this way again. So thank you to our first responders. Thank you for all of those who support our first responders in every way, shape, or form. May God go with you all. And farewell. Let a light shine in your window. Let me see where I have been. If that light still shines and fortune smiles, I will pass this to your door, I will pass this way again. The daylight shine in your window. Let me see where I have been. If that light still shines and fortune smiles, I will pass this way again. We're far apart, we still share the sky and the same moon overhead. As the moon returns most every night, I will pass this way again. The daylight shine in your window. Let me see where I have been. If that light still shines and fortune smiles, I will pass this way again. When my time is up, my body lies down in the candle fades and bends. Throw my ashes in to a restless wind, and I will pass this way again. The daylight shine in your window. Let me see where I have been. If that light still shines and fortune smiles, I will pass this way again. And if that light still shines and fortune smiles, I will pass this way again.